Alright, hello. We're doing another multi-tool review. This time we'll be reviewing a different multi-tool, but yet one and the same. Uh, this multi-tool is a Gerber multi-tool. It is the Gerber Suspension NXT. It is made by Gerber. I bought this for around $35.99. Can't really remember. You can get it at Target, online, local hardware store, wherever really. As you notice, the name, it is a Gerber Suspension NXT. So you could call it a predecessor to the Gerber Suspension multi-tool, which is, I don't know, its ancestor, you could say. So first, let's compare them. Well, first, let's not compare them. Let's look at this one individually. So first off, it is a classic pair of pliers. The plier head is actually the same as the original Gerber suspension multi-tool. Basically carbon copies. By carbon, I mean steel. It does have a little pocket clip, which I do enjoy. It is kind of skeletonized, not terrible. I was worried when I bought this thing that it would break because this is basically just sheet metal, but it's been holding up pretty well what I've been throwing at it. Has needle nose, regular pliers, and then some more wire cutters that do not cross. So I do like that aspect. Now, the reason why I really got this for is this Phillips head screwdriver. Look at this Phillips head screwdriver. It's like an actual screwdriver. Now, let's take a look at the original's screwdriver, which is quite awful in my opinion. I think it's this one. So, if you compare it to the NXT versus the original, it's much thicker, has a much better shape, and it has a much better grind to it. Look at that. Which one would you rather screw a screw in with? This one or this one? Personally, I choose the NXT any day. So that's the first tool. Next tool is the awl. Now this awl, it's a little bit shorter than the originals and it's not as sharp. It definitely could cut someone if you wanted it to, but it's not meant to cut. It's more so, I don't know. Awls are meant for many things, but I like the fact that it doesn't cut and that it's a little bit thicker than the awl in the original. Let's take a look at the awl in the original. That wrong one. The original's awl is also sharp and it's a blade, razor sharp I'd add. It is a lot longer. It's a little less, it's as thick, but the blade part isn't as thick as this one. So I would choose this awl over this awl. Now for the next tool. The next tool is your generic file and centimeter ruler / inch ruler. The file part is really good. I've filed down multiple other pieces of metal with this file. It definitely gets the job, and it has taken very minimal damage to it in its lifetime, even with how much filing I've done. Has a flathead as well, which works well. I've been using it, and I think I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'll mention it now. This tool does have the iconic not mirror polish that I like. It's kind of like that brushed steel look. I like that. It grips better to whatever you're working with as well. Now, I don't think this one has a file. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah. The original does not have a file, so that's a downside for the original. But this one, the original does have 4 tools on each side, while the NXT only has 3 tools on each side. So the original has a little bit more tools. Next is the generic knife. This has a more like a pocket knife look to it. It has little serrations just in case you want to cut something. It ain't bad at all. I guess you could consider this the normal knife on the original. Other than that, we have a rope cutting knife, which definitely is sharp and definitely gets the job done. But in my opinion, I think that this one's knife is better and it came a lot sharper. And I haven't had to sharpen it one time when I've had to sharpen this a couple times at least. Next up, we got a normal flathead, another flathead, / wire stripper, which I've used and it works very well. It is a good it is good. It's good for a multi-tool to have. We have a flathead driver, can opener, bottle opener, yada yada, generic stuff. And then we have the scissors, which in my opinion are better than the original scissors. I'll show you right now. Let's see here. These are the scissors right here. So here are the original scissors. As I've showed you before, it has a little loop in case you want to tie something on it. Don't know why you would. They do have a little snipping sound, which appeases me. And then the NXT scissors, which are basically the same size, a little bit skeletonized, and it has a little like thumb pad, so it's a little bit more comfortable to use. It does also have the snip. In my opinion, the NXT scissors are a lot better than the original scissors, just because of ergonomics, I guess you could say. But other than that, they both achieve the same goal. All right. So, the original NXT, which would I personally use? I would still personally use this one. It is a much nicer feeling multi-tool than the NXT, and the tools are much more handier, aside from the screwdriver. God, I wish this had the screwdriver. This, if it did, I would never stop using these. But I mainly use these ones because of the screwdriver. Look how nice that screwdriver is. Plus, these ones are kind of this one's kind of a throwaway multi-tool. I'd rather preserve this one than this one, because these ones aren't really sold very much anymore as far as I know, especially with this well of quality. I'm sure they still make this style, probably not as good as they used to though, because this is top tier. Like I said, golden standard. But as a predecessor, it is a decent predecessor to the gold standard. Rating, since this is a 10 out of 10, I'd give this about an 8 out of 10. Decent multi-tool, not bad at all. Anyways, that's it.